G'day everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about relaxation, or more particularly relaxing down. So if you're sort of in too high energy state, a little bit stressed and overwhelmed, how can you sort of relax yourself, slow down a little bit, slow down your system? Um, and first up, I'd just say if there is anything that's kind of relaxing to you, do consider that, whether it's just lying down or listening to a particular bit of music or looking at a particular picture or something like that. Do that, and also come back to just a little bit of awareness. Sometimes all it takes is just becoming a little bit aware of the environment that you're in. I did a video on that, a practice video as well, about things to see or hear or feel. But some other bits, often we can go into like an over directional sort of tensing forwardness, in that sort of over energized state. So sort of accepting or relaxing back, so sort of concaving the spine might be helpful, or opening up the body slightly, like opening the hands or anything like that. Sort of looking at how can you sort of be more accepting within the body. Things like the breath. I think a lot of the time people hear or are told about, lengthening the exhale or lengthening the breath, which are things you may have heard before. Also breathing into the belly rather than in the chest, breathing into the nose. So all those things are good. But I'd also suggest, like, you might count 6 breaths in, 6 breaths out, or 5 and 6, or 10 and 12, or whatever. I would also suggest, pay attention to the breath and maybe what feels pleasurable. So if you were to breathe, have a little exploration, a little play with it, and go, actually, today, breathing this long or in this area, like into my belly, feels quite nice and it's pleasurable. And on a different day or at a different time, doing something slightly different might help. So don't just go to hard and fast rules with longer exhales, deeper breaths into the belly, but do play with it a little bit as well. A little bit of movement can be nice. So whether it's sometimes just stressed because you haven't moved from a computer desk for ages, so get up, just have a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a shake off, shake the arms, shake the legs, something like that. And another thing that I very much like is sort of tense and release exercises, because sometimes there's like an underlying level of tension that you can't sort of feel until you sort of try to tense and realize, oh fuck, I'm already a little bit tense. Maybe I'll record a longer video on that. There's a very nice exercise you can do, particularly going through the core of the body and maybe the extremities like hands and feet and that sort of thing. So tense and release can be nice for that as well. So movement, breath, posture in general, as I said, like concaving stuff in, and just general relaxation. So noticing particularly the core line and also the extremities, like are you tensing fists slightly, how are your eyes, if you're sort of frowning or looking distinctly forward, can you soften them out, like can you look out to your peripheral vision and notice what that does, opening up a spaciousness around you. So again, like I said at the start, less directionality, more spaciousness. Same with sort of nose, mouth, are you pressing your tongue? One that Paul Linden says is let your tongue hang loose in your mouth. So often there's this pressing the tongue up against the teeth. It's like, can you let that relax down? Helps to relax the jaw and the throat as well. Notice your shoulders if they're up. Let them come down, the chest, the belly. Again, it can be nice. You might tense slightly and then release and go, oh yeah, can I actually breathe into my belly? Does my belly expand and contract like a baby's belly as I breathe in and out? And even the back, does my lower back, does sort of the breath come into there? Does that expand a little bit? So that can all be quite nice. Some final things like imagination can be useful. So think of someone you care about, or something, or someone you enjoy, something that relaxes you, maybe a past place you've been, all those sorts of things. Use your imagination and really feel into that. Are there any smells or sights or sounds associated with it? Maybe the ocean waves. Happens in your body when you think of that, when you imagine that, and can you sort of deliberately do those actions in the future to sort of bring that about, that level of relaxation. And I think one of the main things as well is just bring awareness into the day, do it several times, set an alarm or a timer or something to make sure you come back to doing that. It's a little reset if you find yourself overstressed, particularly if one of those people who gets really conscientious and into things, or you're like super creative and grabbing at new things all the time, or you're super extroverted and you're just like, oh my god, new people, ah! So yeah, just allow yourself to take those little pause breaks, use any of those things, whether it's awareness, acceptance, breath, relaxation, movement, or posture, or imagination, or anything else. So enjoy those, and tomorrow I'll do some things about if you are like too down, how can you bring yourself up again? So be act more efficiently in the world. Cheers.